Hey everyone, it's Ian from the Cognitive Cow, and today I'm gonna teach you how to make sweet tea. Now, this isn't like everyone's recipe, but it's the recipe I've been making since the day I learned how to make sweet tea. So, uh, you'll like this better than the garbage they serve you at McDonald's, because this is actually going to be made with real tea and not just some powder or liquid that's been made in a factory. Okay? So, first, what you need is a tea bag. This is a real tea bag. It's like black tea. Let me show you what brand it is. You're going to reach into your pantry and you're going to get out a Lipton tea bag. It can be a different brand of tea, but Lipton actually uses real tea leaves in their tea, and that's important if you want tea that's healthy and doesn't give you like cancer and stuff. So this is Lipton. Don't get the kind that's already sweetened, because that's sweetened with garbage and stuff that's not sugar. We're going to use real sugar in this recipe. So, now that you have your tea bag, your Lipton tea bag, let's take the camera over here and show you what you need to make this. Put it on that thing. Can you see? Yeah, that's the pitcher. You're going to need a gallon pitcher. Now, I recommend that you make this over the sink. You can't see the sink, so I'm going to move the camera again. Can you see the sink? No, you still can't see the sink. Whatever, I'm not going to stick my phone in the sink, just so you can see stuff that's already in your sink. But you need a gallon-sized tea pitcher, and you put it in the sink, right? And then you go back to the pantry and pull out this giant tub of sugar. I don't know where you keep your sugar, but this is where I keep my sugar. It's sugar, you see. Open it. You're going to pour in 6 scoops of sugar. Come to think of it, how many things are in a scoop? Does it say on the thing how much is in a scoop? I don't know. But if you have a scoop, scoop sugar 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Put that away. Next, you need like a soup spoon, like a ladle or something. So, like this. This is a soup spoon, and you're going to fill it with lemon juice. Not lemon flavored juice, lemon juice. Like most off-brands use actual lemon, and you can actually see the lemon at the bottom of the bottle. Use that kind, because it proves it's real lemon. Okay. Real lemon. This one doesn't have a lemon at the bottom, but it's lemon juice. And if you can get open the bottle. Okay, who used this last? Ah. All right. Now, pour the lemon juice into the giant soup spoon, like this, and gently pour it into the pitcher, the gallon-sized pitcher. And again, this is why you make this in the sink, because I just spilled lemon juice everywhere. Add a little bit more because I spilled it. All right. So, let me show you how it should look so far. As you can see, at the bottom of this pitcher is this giant pile of sugar with some lemon juice splashed into it to make this mushy, like syrupy lemon syrup, basically. And that's what's going to give your tea the flavor. Now, to make the actual tea, hold on, there's all these potatoes. Let me move the potatoes. Potato. Sorry, we were making potatoes earlier. Let's throw that somewhere. And we're going to get out the biggest pitcher you have, basically. It doesn't actually have to be this big. If you get just a regular Pyrex glass pitcher, this is 1 quart. You need a 1 quart pitcher, and you don't need your tea bag yet, but you're going to take this pitcher and you're going to, I should have put it back over here, fill it with water. Fill it all the way to the top with water. I mean, not all the way to the top, because when it boils, you're going to burn your hand, you're going to go to the hospital, and all that stuff. Okay, about right there. About to the top of the anchor. Yours probably doesn't have an anchor, but mine does, so say the anchor. Just below the lip. And now, let me pick this up without dropping it and cutting off the recording. You're going to put it in the microwave. Oh, I spilled it. In the microwave. It's very heavy because it's a quart, and that's like 1/4 of a gallon. And you're going to 6 minutes. 6 minutes. And while that water is boiling, this video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. This video is not actually sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends, if you see this, don't delete this, because it's a meme to say that things are sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, even if they're not. And this is definitely not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, because they don't know why they exist. So let's take a break while we wait for this to boil. Now, while we wait these 6 minutes for, actually it's 3 minutes now, for the water for the tea to boil, let me explain to you why you need tea instead of like soda and stuff. Tea's good for your heart, and it's a natural source of caffeine. So you can drink it instead of coffee. It's just as addicting as coffee, and on top of that, you can also stir in creamers the same way you would stir creamer in coffee, except if you use creamer, don't use lemon juice because that's gross, right? And country people will slap you. Although if you're watching this, you're probably not country because this is not a channel for country people. So if you're trying to kick coffee addiction, tea is, specifically sweet tea or tea, is a great thing to switch to because it's like coffee, except, come to think of it, there's no real difference between tea and coffee except that it's easier to make because it comes in bags, and coffee usually doesn't unless you get a Keurig, which Keurigs make cheap junk coffee. I drink it anyway, but apparently when the second you grind the coffee beans, the coffee starts to lose flavor and it starts to age and it starts to not taste good. That's why if you leave coffee that's been made in a pot overnight and you want to drink it the next morning, it tastes really bad no matter how much sugar you put in it, because the coffee has aged and stuff. Tea doesn't do that. Tea stays good, and unlike coffee, you can refrigerate it and it'll still taste good. Like, this has been shipped from God knows where, and it still tastes fresher than coffee tastes after 5 minutes on the stove. Now, you don't make coffee on the stove, but whatever. The water is ready. Now, what you do is you take your tea bag and you... Oh yeah, it brews faster than coffee too, except Keurigs, but it tastes better because it's fast. So you gently dunk your this this looks so weird, but this is exactly how you make tea. Come to think of it, oh, this is very hot. This is very hot. This is very hot. This is very hot. Yeah, that's a safe place to put it because the oven's off. So you dunk your tea bag up and down in the water and it will start steeping. That's what it's called when you brew tea. It's called steeping. It's steeping, and the water is slowly beginning to darken. So you want to move the tea bag around until the water is completely like dark brown. Oh, I dropped the tea bag. Now I can't get it because it's hot. Oh, I got it. A piece of it was still dry. Oh, that's very hot. Okay, so now that gets to sit for a while, or if you want to speed up the process, you get your soup spoon with all that sugar and syrupy lemon on it, and you can gently dunk it in the water. Hey Pepsi, you want to learn how to make... Oh, is someone home? Oh. This is my dog. This is my dog. She's very excited. Pepsi, you want to learn how to make tea? You want to learn how to make tea? You want to learn? You want to learn? Okay. Yeah, I think I can let her out. Sorry about that. But that's okay because the tea has to have time to steep. And this will help the tea steep faster because Actually, I don't know why. But this is the reason I told you to get a quart pitcher. No, the tea pitcher that you're going to serve from is a gallon. The pitcher that you boil the water in is a quart. Because the less water there is, the less time it takes to steep. That's why British people making their little tiny cup of tea, it steeps almost instantly because they don't have as much water to steep it in, and there's not as much to heat. I think we learned that in chemistry. Heat displacement, less volume means it heats faster. And if you recall, that's also why we chopped up the mushrooms and it started cooking faster. Same thing with tea. I'm rambling. Good night. I'll wake you up when it's done. Okay, it's done. You want to know why it's done? Because... Actually, I don't know why it's done, but... You shouldn't do this with one hand, because you don't want that tea bag to go into all that. And you also don't want to puncture the tea bag. Hey, you can kind of see the top of the pitcher now. So what you're gonna do is you're going to gently pick up the tea bag. Okay, sorry, you couldn't see that, but you're going to gently pick up the tea bag without puncturing it with the spoon, and you're going to lift it out of the water. And you're going to take the water and you're going to pour it into the pitcher like this. Yeah, like that. And then, hey, you can see the sink. That's the sink. Turn the sink all the way on hot. Sorry, you couldn't hear that. Turn the sink all the way on hot and keep it on hot until you see steam rising out of the basin of the sink. Right? There's no steam yet, so it's not ready yet. Come on, where's the steam? Where's the dog? Okay, it's okay to put your hand in the sink and see if it's ready or not, because you will burn your finger when it's ready. The water has to be very, very hot if you want warm tea specifically, but some people think it doesn't have to be hot, but it's hot. Okay, now let me move this slightly to the left. Okay, so you're going to put this bag. Don't get rid of the bag after you did that. You need the bag, and you're going to put the bag back into the thingy, and you're going to fill it with hot water so that you get more tea. It steeps faster because it's already steeped. In fact, this one actually steeps instantly because it's already been steeped. And it's already familiar with water. And you keep filling your gallon pitcher. And you keep filling it. By the third one, it should be about out of tea thingies. I don't know what it's called, but see, you can see the water is clear now, when it was brown just a second ago when I was pouring water on it. So that means the tea is done. So you can throw away your, put the spoon back in the thing, but you can throw away your tea bag now because you don't need it because the tea is done. It's not done yet, so don't drink it. It still has to be stirred. Right. The stirring is important, otherwise your tea is going to be bitter because all of the sugar and lemon has settled at the bottom. So you stir it, and you stir it until you can't hear the sound of sugar scraping against the sides of the pitcher anymore. So I can't hear the sugar scraping the sides of the pitcher, so that means the tea is done and it's ready to be served. All right? And now, to prove to you that this is good, and I didn't just make you make some weird concoction to kill you, I'm going to drink it myself. Because that's what you do in cooking videos, or whatever this is called. You drink it yourself and you say, that's... You can really taste the lemon in it, and especially when it gets to the bottom of the pitcher and you're almost out, then you can really taste it. In fact, the most flavor that you'll get out of tea will come from the bottom of the pitcher when it's almost empty, because even though you have stirred it, most of the high quality contents have settled to the bottom. And as long as you didn't puncture the tea bag, most of those high quality contents won't be the tea grounds, because if you got tea grounds in your tea, you did it wrong. And you need to pour it out and start over, or you need to pour those tea grounds in like a strainer, like a pasta strainer, and with a coffee filter on top of it, and filter and get as much tea out as you can before you have to throw away those nasty tea grounds that shouldn't be in your tea. That's Southern magic. See you next time.